Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity of Mesa, where we enlighten, empower, and energize one another to uplift ourselves, to uplift the world through a greater expression of God. We're uplifting the world and we're uplifting ourselves because everything starts within. And this morning, I light the purple Christ candle, which is purple only because I have not gone out shopping to get a new white one. So this is actually supposed to be a healing candle. And although sometimes in some of the videos lately it's shown up teal, it's not, it's purple. And I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Reverend Judy, and I serve as one of the two ministers at Unity of Mesa. And this morning for our service, we have Karen Peifer leading our meditation, and our musician for today is the delightful Walt Richardson. Our affirmation this morning is my intentions and integrity harness the energy of money for me. So let's just take that thought about our intentions and our integrity. Harnesses energy. Let's just close our eyes, turn within, and we take a deep breath in. Release. Another breath in. And release. And we notice how that breath calms that energy within us. And we hold on to this thought of energy and how we can use it, and what within us supports where our energy gets directed. We spend this time in self-awareness of what the energy feels like in our body and what the energy around us feels like, and what happens to the energy when what we are saying or doing is out of integrity. So we hold the affirmation that we are aware, that we can direct, and that we have the wisdom. We have the wisdom to choose. And right now, for those who are struggling in this time, this space, struggling with health challenges, struggling with losses, struggling with financial challenges, relationship challenges, and struggling with maybe where a dream or a vision that was to come to fruition has just seemed to be dropped out of all possibility. We hold the truth that we are strong, we are wise, we have innate healing capacity, and we activate all of that right now. We do it with self-awareness, we do it with intention, we do it with direction. And as we step into our intentions and our integrity, we feel that energy move forth in such a way that we serve the world for a greater good. We allow our words, our thoughts, and our actions to be in alignment with our intention. Because as it is within, it is without. And so before we move forward to fix someone else, to fix something else, we line up with our heart's desires, with the integrity of who we are, and with intention to do good. And we hold all of our politicians in prayer. We hold all of our frontline workers in prayer, in gratitude for all that they have done to try to keep everyone in this planet safe, here and abroad, as they all work, and they work tirelessly. So we hold strength for them, wisdom for them, and we send our compassion and our love for them. And so it is. Amen. And I turn it over to Walt Richardson for a delightful song.
Oh yeah. Oh, peaceful warrior, rise and take your steps today. Come join our celebration. Sing love's eternal song and rise up, peaceful warriors. Strong like the lion, strong like the lion roar. Out beyond the blue skies, true light from true light shines on and on in every peaceful warrior. Strong like the lion, strong like the lion roar. Oh yeah, raise up peaceful warriors. Come along, peaceful warrior. Rise up, peaceful warriors. Rise and take your stand today. Come take us out of this darkness. Bring us into the light. Yeah. Come take us out of this darkness. Bring us into the light. Bring us into the light. Bring us into the light. Come join our celebration. Sing love's eternal song, yeah. And rise up, peaceful warriors. Strong like the lion, strong like the lion roar. I am peaceful warriors. You are the peaceful warriors. Yes, we are the peaceful warriors. Rise and take your stand today. Bring us into the light. Bring us into the light. Bring us into the light.
Thank you, Walt. And now there's a few things for you to know. We'd love to have you join us on Facebook and YouTube here this Monday, January the 18th, for a very special service celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It will be a time for prayer, meditation, and to hear sharings from some of our congregants and what they learned in their sacred exploration of the topic of racism from our Dismantling Racism study. And we hope you join us to learn a little more about the spiritual work we have done in order to honor the Black lives in our community, our country, and the world. And if you're interested in becoming a white ally, which is the first step in dismantling racism, we have a new group starting February the 1st. You are invited to stay the path with us and dive deeper with us into the energy of money, our Sunday service theme, each Wednesday evening. Say yes to the spiritual journey, this pilgrimage on a path towards the gateway to abundance, as we take the Sunday lessons on Wednesday evening and dive deeper. Please register for that so that you can get the link. You're invited to also join us with the Unity SEE in the field. It is a week of a wonderful opportunity to dive into the learning for your spirit, mind, and body as you explore Unity beliefs, teachings, and practices. You will experience insightful discussions as well as spiritual connection with other truth students. These are the classes that have a set curriculum by Unity Worldwide so that everyone who studies and then moves on in their spiritual journey has a solid foundation of what Unity actually teaches. This year, all our classes will be virtual. Dr. Paul Hasselbeck, author of many books, including Heart-Centered Metaphysics, will teach Metaphysics 1. He also is part of the Unity Worldwide Spiritual Institute staff. And Reverend Kim O'Connor is an adjunct minister from Unity of Phoenix and will teach the Hebrew Scriptures interpretation. And Reverend Kathy and I are both offering classes. I'm teaching Discerning Purpose, and Kathy is teaching Foundations of Unity. You can register for SE in the field, the Energy of Money, White Allies, and more on our website. And find all of our announcements, registrations, and more on the Things for You to Know button at unityofmesa.org. Plus, there's information on our virtual fellowship prayer support and more. And if you missed my ramblings and were wondering why they weren't in the newsletter, you can also find that on the website. So we are so grateful for all the ways you show up in the world at this time. Through your prayers, affirmations, letting your light shine, and giving from your abundance. Together we can enlighten, empower, and energize one another to uplift our world through a greater expression of God. There are so many ways to financially support the spiritual community. Indirectly, by ordering books through our website links. The Energy of Money can be found there, and adding Unity Church of the East Valley as your favorite charity on Smile Amazon. And also if you shop at Fry's Rewards. Or you can directly send a check. We pick the mail up every day. And there's also the opportunity for online giving using the Give Plus app. All of the info on how to give and more can be found on our website. And if you're watching YouTube, you can just click on the description. I invite you now to take your gifts, your gift of love, your gift of compassion, your gift of who you are into your hands. And let's do our offering blessing together. Divine love blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Spirit of Abundance. And now let's prepare ourselves for meditation, which maybe I should have done before I did announcements. And that will be followed by a song.
Good morning. I'm so glad that you're here. We're going to set our intention for our meditation today and just pay attention to what that intention is. Allow yourself to just sit and feel with it. As every year we start off our year with, this is my intention. Our intention is to lose weight, exercise more, eat better. But can we really look at our intention around our values and how we value money, how we value people, how we value the world, the climate, the government, the place where we live? Can we just sit with our intention and understand that all that we do and all that we feel and all of those intentions manifest out? So we're going to start with taking a few deep breaths in and just feel your breath moving into your body and just kind of sit with it. See what that feels like. As you breathe in and fill your lungs. And as you breathe in your intention for the day, for the week, for the year. Just breathe it in and allow it to just sit there, slowly manifesting or growing. And as you breathe out anything that would be holding you back, stopping you, your fears, your anxiety. Just allow it to slip away. So just breathe in, knowing that you're breathing in, and breathe out, knowing that you're breathing out. And as we're sitting here in this quiet space, just allow all of that to settle in and ground you so that you're grounded in your body. And just feel where that is. Where does that intention go? And when you're releasing the things that are in the way of your intention, where do they come from? Just allow them to manifest and to release. And then as you're breathing in, just breathe in. Whatever that intention is. Just understand that we're transforming ourselves, transforming our world through this process. And just finding some joy in it. Some joy in this breathing in, breathing out. And just being grounded in our seats, grounded in our breath. As we pull in that intention, and then just release anything that would be holding you back. Just allow it to be. So we're just going to sit here a few minutes as we breathe in and breathe out. And just focus on that intention. Focus on the breath coming in, breath going out. And just feel that sense of being grounded in your seat, grounded in the earth. slowly bring your attention back to the room, back to the body, and allow yourself to just sit here quietly, but aware of where you are, aware of what your intentions are, aware of what's around you. So peace and namaste to you all. Thank you.
It's time for a light revolution. It's time for a light revolution, yeah. Have you ever wondered why there's so much fighting? Have you ever wondered why there's so much crying? Have you ever wondered why there's so much dying? Have you ever really wondered why? And don't you know that it's time for a light revolution? So people get your hearts ready. It's time for a light revolution. People get your hearts ready. Time for a light revolution. People get your heart ready. Time for a light revolution. Have you ever felt the hurting pain of our brothers and sisters? We're one in the same. Have you ever shared a consoling word or two to a wandering soul that may be passing through? Don't you know that it's time for a life revolution? People, get your hearts ready. It's time for a life revolution. Yes, yes, yes. It's time for a life revolution. Time for a life revolution. Yeah. People, get your hearts ready. Yeah. People, get your hearts ready. People, get your hearts ready. Yeah. It's time for a light revolution. Oh, it's time for a light revolution. Time for a light revolution. Oh. Light revolution. People, get your hearts ready. People, get your hearts ready.
Hi, everyone. Wouldn't you love to have sumptuous goals that you are working towards and see them being as delightful of an experience as, for me, it would be a giant hot fudge sundae, or a day on the river. So what do we do so that we have this feeling that it is sumptuous to work towards the goals, juicy? We have a juicy feeling about working towards our goals. George Bernard Shaw once said, "This is the true joy in life, being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one, being a force of nature instead of complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy." We were designed to be a force of nature and to enjoy success and fulfillment with ease. When our efforts to prosper reflect who we are and what we're meant to do in life, we are increasingly powered by joy. And as Marianne Williamson once said, it is not our darkness that we most fear, but our light. Therefore, part of our work is to discover and explore our light shadows. So I'd like to do a quick review. We are working with the book, The Energy of Money by Maria Namath. And last week we looked at the playing field, how we are co-creators. Divine mind creates ideas and dreams out of undifferentiated substance or pure potentiality. And if one of those ideas or dreams connects with us and we grab hold of it, energy starts to flow. And then moves along that energy pipe right up until it hits the border between the virtual or metaphysical and the physical reality. At the border is where we encounter trouble, usually in the form of monkey mind. And at this point, we are at the border and have choice to continue to move forward with the energy it will take to manifest this idea or dream, or give it up, no matter how many plans we have formulated and no matter how shiny the idea or dream is. And then if this idea or dream was really meant to be, we experience all the greatness, all the doubt, all the self-judgment imaginable. And sometimes we let it fizzle away, don't we? And so how do we stop that? How do we quit letting that fizzle away? Sometimes we even get to where we have manifested it and we can't maintain it, no matter how much we love it, because our energy is leaking and fizzling away. So at what point, when you hit that border, at what point are you willing, when you bump into feeling like the energy is draining, are you willing to be teachable and coachable, to expand and grow and discover and let go of the energy around the past, the energy you give to the failures and constraints you were taught in childhood? So let's look at a few things. So who are you? If you're willing, the first thing that we look at is the three aspects of who we are. So imagine an archery target, the big round target, and you've got the rings. And so imagine there's the bullseye, and then a middle ring, and then the outer ring. So let's use that as our symbol. And the outer ring, it's who we pretend we are. So if I'm going to my college reunion, my high school reunion, what's the first thing people think about when they're going to their high school reunion? I need to lose weight. How do I let people know I've not been successful? All those goals and dreams I had back there, none of them have come into being. All of these things start to pop up and we start looking at what face we want to put on. And we have that pretense all the time, right? I think of my mom every time I go visit her and I ask her, so how are you doing? Oh, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm not sure. How can you, and that's wonderful if that's the truth, right? But how many times do we say, oh, I'm fine? Oh, I don't need help, I'm strong. So it's the pretense we put on, the mask we wear. And think about when we use that mask because we're embarrassed about something we've done, we feel shame, we don't feel like we should be seen, we don't want to be seen. We would like to run from the truth of who we are, maybe. And in that, we're putting all this energy into that mask, that pretense. Where's the energy? What energy is left for joy in our life? Not much, is it? The middle ring, that next ring, the ring between the bullseye and that outer ring, is who we are afraid we are. Who we are afraid. Who we're afraid we are. There you go. What do we believe about ourselves after owning up to our past mistakes? So if I'm going to claim this thing I did in the past, who does that make me? What does that make me? Because we've all made mistakes, right? And my mistakes do not necessarily define me, because it's not who I truly am. But we carry shame and we carry guilt with that, and we delude ourselves about it. And the energy it takes to believe that maybe we do deserve what we want is huge. Instead of knowing that we deserve, but that maybe I don't deserve it because I did these bad things, right? I did this and this and this, and that's not who I want to be. And I'm shameful, I'm guilty, I have all of those emotions, and I don't feel I deserve, right? And so all of that energy that takes, there's the energy that's left for joy. And then the inner circle, who we really are, the path, and that path from that outer edge all the way through to that inner circle, who we really are, is the hero's journey. It takes a hero to walk that. And it's the journey of the mastery of energy also. Right? And remember, we're using money because it's tangible and measurable, and we can see how we're using energy, and then take it out to use it in other areas of our life. So our tools to shift our life through shifting where and how we use our energy in this principle are our standards of integrity and our life's intentions. That's what we'll be working with here, real sharp. We know that our heart recognizes and is drawn to people who possess and demonstrates the qualities that we admire. And seeing these qualities in others brings us great joy, right? We can't see those qualities if they are not potential qualities within us. If there's not the possibility of us having those qualities, we aren't going to be able to see them. And so, as we look at that, we're going to use our heart as the mirror. Our heart is a highly reflective surface that is keenly sensitive to our true self. It's that, according to Marie Namath, it is that steady space inside us that lets emotions and thought wash over us like waves, but remains unchanged. It's where our wisdom resides, and the heart's shining surface reflects aspects of life that inspire us and brings us happiness. Our heart recognizes and is drawn to people who possess qualities we admire. We hear warm, our heart warms in response to these qualities because they are inside us. So if we respond to a trait, we have a positive response to a trait, we must have a receptor site for it. We must have that quality inside ourselves as a possibility. And also know that if we are being drawn to the trait that we maybe are not comfortable with, that too is inside of us. And we get to look at that, all right? But today we're working with the light shadow, not the dark shadow. We're working with the traits that bring goodness into the world, right? And so we do have lots of light shadows. And as we explore them and know that when we see those qualities in others, our heart lights up. And when we act in accordance with those qualities, we feel a sense of well-being, a sense of wholeness and completeness. And when we act with integrity, using those qualities, integrity that's associated with decency, honor, principles, and virtue, all of which are hard to live up to, then we find that there is energy, lots of energy to use, to create, to use, to manifest, because we're not in struggle with who we are. We are living with who we are. We're not putting energy out to create that pretense. We're not putting energy into shame, guilt, fear, all of those pieces that come with who we're afraid we are. That it comes from knowing this is who I am and this is what I bring to the world. And so we try to live within those standards of integrity, those standards that are associated with decency, honor, principles, and virtue. The downside is, if we're going to do that consciously, we have to give up our cheating little ways. You know, and money's really easy to cheat with, right? I didn't claim that on my taxes. I got too much change back. Pocket it. It takes too long to go back and deal with it. Or I'm just in a hurry. The bill didn't come fast enough. I need to get back. I'm not going to bother with the tip. Even though the service had been wonderful, the energy that the server shared with us was amazing. I'm not going to return the energy. I'm not going to stay in the flow of that energy. All right, so it's easy with money to cheat, to lie, little bits. These aren't big things. It's not stealing. It's not, but it's those. Well, it is stealing, but it's stealing energy, right? It's nothing that will put you in prison. Okay, it's not illegal, but it's energy leaks, right? You're coming out of the flow of that flow, that circle of energy, that cycle of energy, and we can see where we do it with money. We're doing it with money. We're going to do it with time. We're going to do it with relationships. We're going to do it in all areas of our life. So as we explore and discover our standards of integrity, we can consciously show where we are, see where we are out of alignment and where we are leaking money, leaking energy, leaking money, leaking energy, same thing. And it's where we can practice virtue. It's where we can practice that focused use of energy to achieve results that are within our standards of integrity. So as we are manifesting those dreams, those visions, those hopes, those desires, if we can contain them within our standards of integrity and then apply those standards of integrity to our life's intentions, those ideas that give us joy and coalesce energy for us. So it's that finding your life's purpose. What are you here for? When we take those standards of integrity and apply that to those things that we know are life's purpose. And if you're not sure about that, there's upcoming opportunities to play with it. And there are ideas in the book about how to do that. And Wednesday night, we'll be doing a deep dive into finding our standards of integrity and our life's intentions both. So when we work with that monkey mind to check for appropriate warnings, and then let the chatter in the background just be there and we ignore it after we, made sure that they're not saying anything that really is true, and we apply those standards, within our life's intentions, we increase our success rate in whatever endeavor we are taking on. And it will help us know who we really are. It will help us express, not know, but help us express, is in that we get to truly express who we really are. And we'll be able to hold the energy. It'll actually expand and begin to manifest in the physical realm with ease and with grace. And you know, intention and integrity both have the same root, Latin root in the word. It's intendo, which means to stretch forward. And with us, this understanding of standards and intentions, we are called forward on our hero's journey, challenging us to grow and develop no matter what stage of life we're in. So if you would like to explore in a wonderfully supportive setting your standards and intentions, feel free to join us this Wednesday on Zoom for 2 practices or processes that will help you in the self-discovery process. You can also use the book. It's step-by-step in the book, but we know that work done with a reflective person, somebody who can reflect back to us when we're cheating ourselves, when we're not, maybe when we have our mask on and we need to pull it off so we can really see and be seen. So I would invite you, if you choose to go through the book on your own because this interests you, to find a partner to do it with, or join us on Wednesday night for guidance, to take care of that willingness you have to be coachable. And if this isn't the right time for this for you now, tuck it away. I bumped into this book 8 years ago, pulled it back out last January, and it has, because it was the right time for me to really take those deeper dives as I look at what's my next purpose in life, and loved the journey it has taken me on. So I really support this book, and when the student is ready, the teacher will show up. So enjoy the blessings that this information can provide for you, whether you roam the field in exploration or take that guided path, or tuck it in your pocket for a little bit later. Whatever you do, it's an adventure, and make it joyful, make it sumptuous. And thank you for joining us today. Namaste.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yo, yeah, hey, yo, hey. We got to find another way. Yo, hey. Well, yo, yeah, hey, yo, hey. I pray that we find another way. Yo, hey. Fighting on the left, fighting on the right. Innocence dies in a fight for human rights. Lots and lots of folks with much more than they need, and lots of folks scrape dry ground to plant the seed. Another way to bring the hungry to their feet. Another way to end the fighting in the streets. Another way to bring oppression to its knees. Another way to share the love and work for peace. With you, hey, yo, hey. We got to find another way. Yo, hey, yo, hey. I pray that we find another way. Yo, hey. Politics of the nations, degradations of a man, crimes against the children, crimes against the land. And if tomorrow can survive the ignorance today, then maybe love can show the world another way to bring the hungry to their feet, another way to end the fighting in the street, another way to bring oppression to its knees, another way to share the love and work for peace. You, hey, we got to find another way. I pray that we find another way. We got to find another way. We got to find another way. We've got to, yeah.
As we close today, I want to thank Walt Richardson and Karen Peifer for their support, and for all of those people who support it from the backside, especially Laura Netlock, who edits for us and has the impossible job of taking out our bloopers and that are just not printable instead of making us redo the whole thing. So we just love and appreciate you, Laurie. And together, prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a blessed week, everyone. Follow your intentions with integrity.